Yeah. That music. Be cool if I get this camera working. Hey, kids. I think that might be the best we're going to be able to do today until I can figure out what's wrong with this thing. My GoPro. I think my GoPro finally committed itself to being the biggest possible piece of shit that it can be. It's happening. What's up, Natty Ann? Get this mic in here. Turn this gain down a bit. Wow, that's cranked. Check, check. Hey. How's that? That's nuts. See if we can get those levels up. Levels up. Hey, that's better. A little bit of gain. A little bit more gain. Gain. Yeah. We'll play with it. A Jedi Day. What's up? What's up, man? I haven't seen you in forever. Thanks for hanging out. Same with Nick. I haven't seen Nick in forever. Trash bag just lurks. It's all I expect out of anybody. Hardcore lurking. Let's get those lurkers in chat. I'm glad he discovered and fully utilizes my little lurky guy I made. I can't even find it now. That's funny. Why doesn't it work for me? Why can't I use my own? All right, well. Oh, man. Anyway, yeah, I'm trying to get. I think my GoPro super died. So you got to deal with this crap right now. Here, let's see. It might be fine now. Had to warm up. Not only does it overheat, but apparently it has to warm up, I guess. That's what I'm guessing now. Let's see. Nope. Just totally dead. That's great. Thanks, GoPro. Oh yeah, like it's constantly going in and out. I've tried so many different cables. I'm sure there's no warranty on this garbage. Oh well. That's fine. It just forces me to get rid of it anyway. Well, I get to easily make that decision finally. One sec. Thanks for the follow, Jedi Day. Just saw that come through. Sorry, I was trying to... I spent a half hour troubleshooting this now, like always happens. You know what sucks though is cameras are super expensive right now. Nope, that's not. Oh, computers. No, I don't have a DSLR. I have no need for it. The only thing I would use it for is like webcam, and I don't like having huge things on my desks. DSLRs are huge, so no. And it's like $500 for what? This shit? That seems not worth it. What am I doing here? You guys are distracting me. Hang on. All right, hang on. Hang on, Kane. I'll make it happen. That's what it needs. You're right. That's what we're missing here. I just never use it in this fashion. That's why I didn't think of it. Oof, there it goes. Oh, flame on. Okay. There you go. Deal with it, chumps. Alright. I'm going to turn this gain up a little bit and hope it doesn't get too noisy in here. Check, check. Ooh. We'll leave it right about there. Did this freeze up? That's what happened. No, like, it didn't, though. So, anyway. Thanks, everyone, for hanging out. This filter doesn't work too well when I'm not facing the camera. Maybe I can get some more light here. Literally just clipped it to the GoPro because that's all it's good for. No, that'd be funny. I don't know where else to put this. Oh, it's so harsh. That sucks. Let's get this out of here. Yeah. Well, anyway. That's what we're doing now. A varifocal lens. Let me throw up a tab right now. I was gonna just grab a DJI Osmo. Yeah, this is the vault. This is the vault now. It's just on fire. I'm still working on getting the blue back. It's happening. It'll happen. I built these really cool panels, sound dampening panels that you can hang on the wall. They're modular. And I'm gonna backlight them, so I'm working on that right now. But yeah, well, today, actually, I do need that preview. Turn that down. Get my chats where I can see y'all's. And I think we'll be good to go here. The agenda. So tonight we're at least going to get through this. If you're not familiar with what this is, get in here, microphone. Come on, let's do it. It's a skateboard. So I break the boosted board like once a week, and today, actually, I didn't even know I did this until I just picked it up to put it on stream. I broke this battery. In fact, I just take it off because it doesn't work. And I must have broken it while riding. Oh, yeah. Oh. And I don't know if I could fix it or not, but... no, maybe not. Maybe it's just dirty. I don't know. So I used to have a right angle connector in here so that this USB could just connect to it real nice and clean, and I kept telling myself to secure it and I never secured it, and then I just noticed it cracked off on the way home, and so it looks okay in there, but for whatever reason this battery does not power these lights anymore. So let me try one more time. It's charged. It's got a charge in there. It's got the blue. Yeah, you can't see. Don't worry. Trust me. Although they're not turning off, which is concerning. Turns on when I plug in the cable. Oh, there it goes. I didn't break shit. Boom. Task number 1 completed. Good work, chat. We fixed that. We are on a roll. What a great start. Fixed AF. That is the power of hacking. We'll just reassemble in like fashion. It's broken because I tore it off because I thought it was already broken, and now I broke it. Hang on. It'll be fine. Everything's fine. Don't worry about it. I did lose my right angle connector, which sucks. But we'll... here. That's the idea, was that this goes in like this. Sits about here, and I could put up the slack in there, and it was all really nice and fine, and it worked really well. Like you could tell, this sucks without the right angle connector. This is bad news, so I wouldn't actually ride like this. But it's good to know the battery still works. So whatever, cool beans, done. If it ain't broke, fix it till it is. That's what we did. And yeah. No, that's not what we did. It wasn't broke, and we still fixed it anyway. And that's a differentiating factor, folks. We did it, chat. Okay, so what else we're doing? The things that are actually broke. Let me think. Oh, yeah. One thing. What else? What was the main thing I was gonna do? The nipples? Gosh, I can't remember. Oh. Are they still on the floor? Where'd I put them? Hang on. See, this is why I get all my stuff set up and ready to go, so that when I actually start streaming, I don't remember where on this stupid desk I put anything. It's not that big of a desk. These. So I finally, if you remember the last boosted chat, the boosted thing we did, these guys. Remember, we had the wrong size. So it turns out that there are old school, literally this is the terms they use, old school and new school these. And well, it's not really these. Here, it's, flip it over and show you what the these is. These. So this screw pattern here, there's two standards, and I only knew of the old school standard because I guess I'm old. But there's a new school standard, and so we had bought the old school standards last time accidentally. And harder to see. Yeah. See, with these glasses, the problem is with these glasses I can only see into the future, and so anything I did in the past, I'm just lost. I don't know where anything is anymore. But yeah, nipples. Hang on, we'll get to them. I put it right in the description so everybody would be aware. Chat doesn't, or Twitch doesn't allow people nipples, but they don't say anything about animal nipples. So I have orangutan nipples. Focus, buddy. You can do it. There we go. Nipples. Right. So, I hate the focus. Oh, there's a big one right on top. So we're gonna put some new nipples on the skateboard, and they're from a company called Orangutan, who makes a lot of really good skateboard stuff that I like a bunch. Orangutan. And I'll show you where those go. Those go on the underside. I should have showed you those first. But we're going to put some new nips on that board. And I guess Twitch is fine with animal nipples, so we're going to find out. Otherwise, thanks everybody for joining me while I get banned for just swapping out my nips. The old nip swap. I can order a gross of nipples because they come in 4-packs, so that math works out really well. This is a purple-footed booby. I like that, Barry. The beauty of standards is there's so many to choose from, and I always choose the wrong ones. So these go there. The issue is that over time, especially with softer woods, although this is a really nice bamboo, these start to sink in and kind of just grind away at the wood and eventually will cause structural problems. That's starting to happen to me. I have hundreds and hundreds of miles on this board. I suspect I'm approaching 1,000. I can't check anymore because one of the last firmware updates that Boosted pushed bricks the firmware and bricks the board, and then Lyft bought them out and shut everything down. So there's this like rando firmware update out there, and if you like turn the app on and it updates your board, it bricks your board. And then Lyft is doing nothing about any of that because they've only bought the IP. They did a hostile takeover. They shut the company down. And so it'd be nice to see like Lyft come back and like start doing something with this really awesome tech. I mean, Boosted made. It's hard to argue they didn't make the best electric skateboards in existence. And now they're dead. Just absolute fucking monsters. They did it to buy the tech, which admittedly isn't that... It's not like really proprietary tech. Like these motors and crap back here, this is like people make homemade ones all the time and they work fine. There's 3D printed parts and stuff. It's not like duplicating this has been difficult. The only real tech is the firmware in the board. And there's like, it's not like the board does that much. Just make your own. But they bought up Boosted and they shut it all down. And I really think, given what else Lyft is doing, I really think that this was a hostile takeover. So I'm going to talk about this while I do these real quick. I think I have all my tools ready this time. Some little nuts on the bottom. I gotta sure I get a good grip on those nuts. We're just trying to get banned as fast as possible. Is that it? That's not it. Hang on. We'll get there. We'll get there, kids. That's the one. All right. So there's 4 lock nuts on the underside here that I got to grip with this socket wrench to pull those out. So what I think Lyft's plan was, based on what else they're doing, is literally just to eliminate competition via what's called a hostile takeover. I noticed a while back here in Chicago that... Get this mic somewhere better. I noticed a while back here in Chicago that it was really hard to get a Lyft, and really, like a Lyft rideshare, and really easy to get an Uber. So, well, that's bizarre. Like, shouldn't it be at least equal? And in reality, the other way around, because Lyft traditionally had better benefits for drivers. Are we using standard? Is there metric? It'd be crazy if... Oh, there we go. Nope, they're just old. 1,000 miles on there. And so I did some asking around, and it is Lyft. It is not Lime. Really? Is Lyft... So... Oh, you're right. You're right, Nick. Okay. So my conspiracy theory is totally invalid. However, doesn't matter. I can still, if I yell it enough and loud enough, I'm right. That's what 5G taught me. You don't have to be right, you just have to be loud. And, I mean, holy shit.
Lyft performed a hostile takeover of Boosted in order to eliminate competitive technology to their scooter crap. Is this loud enough?
RIP headphone users. Yeah, so anyway, I'll still explain the theory because at least there's some interest in the other half of it. I had poked around on Twitter and said, like, why the hell is it so hard to get a Lyft in Chicago and not an Uber? Like, I understand it's COVID, it's lockdown, people, you know, being a driver is super risky. Your dog just good. RIP, everyone's head holes. I understand it's COVID, like, being a driver is risky and stuff, but you should see an equal response on both the Uber and the this sucks, and the Lyft side. And we're not. And it turns out that Lyft... Right, let's pull it back, everyone. It's good to know I have that power, though. I'm going to remember that. In response, here's some ASMR tool organization. Yeah, there are people reverse engineering the firmware, but it's hard to get info on that because there's a lot of misinformation. Like, you'll see people ask about it, and then the response is like, you can't do it because it's encrypted. And then, like, a month later, you're like, no, people already decrypted it. So, like, there's no central repository, and that's what sucks. I'm gonna flip this over because getting to these bolts is really hard. But I gotta do it on the edge of the desk so I can get to the holes. Beam brake, awesome. This is why I really, in all honesty, this is why I like doing this stuff on Twitch. I was gonna say that sounded like something I needed. You know what we're missing? Where's passwords for days? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. can't find that little magnetic tray wheel, love. Hang on. Yeah, all right. Everything's fine. Everybody settle down. I got it. This thing is the best because then I can take these things and I can put them in those things. And then they stay there. Critical tech. I wonder what that clip is. That's exciting. So the deal was that Lyft eliminated all driver benefits, like the benefits you'd get for like doing a distant pickup or driving like from the city out to the burbs and back, all gone. And so everybody stopped driving for Lyft out here. And I mean, I understand, like, there's one argument to that where Lyft has been hemorrhaging money. Both, like all rideshare services are. And any new ones that spring up immediately shut down because they're hemorrhaging money. There's no way to make money from it. And so Lyft just stopped paying drivers. And that's weird. At the same time, they own that scooter division now. And they also bought up our bike share, our bicycle share here in the city that used to be owned by a separate company called Divvy. And now Lyft owns them. Where'd I put that first bolt? Oh no, there it is. And so my conspiracy theory with that, at least, is ooh, that's gonna be hard. That Lyft is trying to eliminate rideshare in favor of pushing more people to use their scooters and crap. Scooters and bikes, which they have to pay way less of a workforce to maintain. How's that? Yeah, they did buy Divvy. And like, yeah, it's at least better. Like, it's no more Venture card garbage. You just use the Lyft app the same way you do with the scooters. Scooters. Same way with the scooters. Yeah, the problem is they've been internet companying their way through all of their cash way too long. And, like, you can do that a little bit. And, like, I've worked for those companies. Where you just burn through all your cash and then you sell off all your IP and then you start a new company. Sure. But it seems like they want to exist still. And their existing business model was terrible. And any business model that involves rideshare is terrible. The scooters are fun. Lyft. So one other thing Lyft had going for them is their scooters were the best scooters, and still are. They have a 2-speed transmission, and that is great, because that means you get all that low-end torque when you're just starting off to really get you up to speed, and then you get that high-end torque when you're up to speed. And they're a blast. And I had figured that out because when I was looking at scooters, like, we had like 5 different companies in Chicago all competing about this. And come here. Yeah, at Jedi Day, I got a response to that in a second. Chicago actually made Lyft solve that problem. Well, all scooter companies. There, I'm missing a nut, right? I got 4 bolts and 3 nuts. Is it in here? No, where'd that nut go? Oh, I think I dropped it. Well. you know, you go through all that effort, it'll turn up. It's fine. So it's really bumming me out. Did it fall in here? Let me use my flashlight. What was I talking about? Oh, so when we had like a ton of different scooter companies here in the city, there it is. Plink. I was trying to figure out who had the fastest, and the city was issuing monthly fines for people who didn't, for two companies who didn't abide by the regulations set forth by the city for scooters, and one of those regulations was failure to limit the scooter's speed to 15 miles per hour or under. And I was like, ooh, who got those violations? Because that's who I'm going to use. And it was Lyft. Lyft had the most by far, and I was like, hell yeah. So I went and grabbed a Lyft and immediately figured out why. Their scooters have 2-speed transmissions, and you can feel it, and it's great. So would recommend. The Divvy bikes, they're the same. There's nothing different about them. They're just the same, like, dangerously slow bicycles. Like, it's so hard to get up to a reasonable speed on them that you're a problem for vehicles. And it's, I can't stand them. But they did at least get rid of the whole Ventura card issue, so you don't have to, like, swipe your RF card anymore to get on them. You just use the same Lyft app and you ding the bike, and then there you go. So, I gotta line this up and find the other hole down here. Come on, it's always hard to blindly find the right hole. Ooh, there it is. It's a little tight at first and then it pops in. The wood's a little dry. Yeah, it requires you to have the app, requires you to now register for a Lyft account, none of which Ventura ever required you to do. It does at least work with like Apple Pay and the like, so you don't have to give them a credit card. So the solution for everyone launching the scooters off the highway and into the lakes was the city now requires all the scooters to have bike locks on them, like heavy duty, and they actually mandated like serious, like hardcore anti-theft locks. And the locks are electronic, so when you use the app, what actually unlocks is not only the the battery on the bike, but also the scooter, but also the lock itself. And so that also means you can't stop being charged for usage of the scooter until you have locked the electronic lock and it phones home. And I'm super excited to see how long it is before people start locking those to stuff like cars. Like, won't that be just a blast? Or public monuments. Yeah, or buses, just right. I'm gonna do that because they have the bike racks on the front. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna just put it on the front of the bus and then lock it and then leave. Get out of here, microphone. Yeah, this is going good. A lot of people in here tonight. What's going on? A lot of regulars, that's cool. Friday did seem to be the day. Did seem to be the day to do this. You guys are always around doing nothing on Fridays. Classic nerds. Watching me do nothing. Yeah, you were around for story streams? How do you like those? Hey everyone, in fact. Have you guys been watching like story time with Uncle Johnny that we've been doing? Is that cool? Is it dumb? Is it only funny to me? Because if it's only funny to me, I'll still do it. It's not like this costs me anything. I just want to know what to expect. If there's anything I can do to make it better. Alright. That. Yeah, so I don't know if you noticed, but this this light keeps locking up. And that can happen when there's like a quick jump in the voltage, because I had to leave all the capacitors out and resistors due to there, I just made it happen just for space constraints, and that's the issue. So, or it might just be dirty. I don't know, let's see. Yeah, the pins inside here were a little beat up. These look okay. I'll try cleaning it out first, but I think there might be a short in there. Because if I connect it, it comes up, and then I can start jerking it around, and eventually it'll short. Like, of course, it's not going to do it now, because that's not how streaming works. Oh, great demo gods. When you want something to break, they won't break it. Well, anyway, I think that's the issue. That last hour does get all over the place, and really the first hour is too. So, one done. Looks nice. Gold adds a little flair, not too much. Right, neat stuff. Saves the board. Now we just gotta do the other side. Oh man, these things are not light. Oh, I forgot I lost some screws down there. Got one in my pocket. But I gotta buy some more. These are getting worn down from all the taking them, putting on, taking them off. But yeah, that last hour, so pretty much like the story is supposed to be 40 minutes to an hour long, and that's really what it is like the story that we came to do lasts that long. And then after the story's done, things just kind of go off the rails. And that's maybe okay, because like that's not supposed to be the main part anyway, but yeah, we are streaming, so... But I fully agree on the 2 hours. Yeah, Trash Bag, you were there for a bit. And I'll pare the VODs down a bit and put them up on my YouTube. Yeah, whatever. I think we had Rando on last where he talked about his house getting shot up by gangsters right before he had to fly to DEF CON. That was great. I had 2 batteries for this. This one, and then an extended range one. And I hadn't used the extended range one since I went to Australia because I had to take it off so that... Let me turn that autofocus off. So that so that I could fly with it, because you can't get that extended range battery on a plane ever. It's just like full nope. Oh, I hate this camera. This is the Logitech. This is the C930. Like, the webcam, everyone's like, yep, this is the primo webcam. It doesn't even retain its settings. And I mean between, like... See, like, this is what a bunch of garbage. Come on. Get your shit together. And this is 1080p just because that's where it is, but yeah. Oh, that's the difference. The 920 does 720p and the 930 does 1080p. That's what it was. And I only wanted the 1080 because I plan on doing more detailed work like this, and I wanted to be able to stream that at 1080. YouTube Live does not do 4K. I think you can request it. I think you have to apply for the right to use it, and I think they're only giving it to like NASA and shit, if they do it at all. If I remember that. I know Zoom does that with 1080p. Like, Zoom is the only webcasting solution that even has 1080p as an option, and they'll only allow it for paid accounts, and you still have to submit an application for it with in defense of your need for it. They don't even just like auto approve. Everything out there is 720p. So yeah, if you're like a gamer or whatever and you're just sticking yourself in the corner, that's all you need. And honestly, that's more than you need. Most streamers on Twitch do their entire stream at 720p because Twitch also limits your encoding, well, your bandwidth, really. Like, you can't stream to Twitch at more than 6 megabits a second, which for 10K, sorry, 1080p, you definitely get noticeable degradation in image quality. Not super noticeable. It was really noticeable in games. For stuff like this, it starts to blur the edges of stuff. So I think it looks okay though. Like, I did a side by side, and I still prefer the 1080p for this stuff. But for if I'm doing gaming, I prefer the 720. Yeah, I need, I'd stream a lot of orangutan nipples, and I need fine detail. I don't know if you've ever seen orangutan nipples. Orangutan? Orangutan? How do you guys say that word? Say it in chat. Oh, that was almost a crotch disaster. That was this is many pounds. I would have had to adjust my EQ after that one. Orangutan. Orangutan? Orangutan? Nick says it right. Orangutan. Orangutan. Wait, I have to put this thing on here. Stop distracting me. Freaking chat every day with you people. Orangutan. Wait, is that the right way still? Yeah, that's right. We're doing it. Okay, whatever. Go with it. Orangutan. I say orangutan. Orangutan. Because there's a good reason for this. It's actually more fun if you say it that way. Try it. I'm serious, it is. Orangutan. Orangutan. You still say the U though. Orangu. Yeah. Clyde. The orangutan. I say orangutan. Orangutan. No, how was Johnny's stream last night? What happened? Oh, yeah, we argued in a text-based medium about the pronunciation of orangutan for a half hour. You should totally subscribe. It's awesome. Orangutan. I need some new music. But like, if anyone can find me a good place where I can rip some royalty-free synthwave, like a good 100 songs. Correct. the intricacies, the slight differences in streaming Gorilla Nipples at 1080p versus 720p. We wrote a letter to Zoom justifying this. A Jedi seems like the kind of person who would have a secret synthwave stash to share. Ugh. One more. One more, and then we get to tweak the nips. Oh, there we go. You guys like that? Like and subscribe. All right, there's the other one. I don't think I can get them all in the same shot this close, but yeah. Cool, and it's just a little billet aluminum. And that's going to go a long way towards, you can even maybe see. Give me a pokey stick. You can see how it was like, get that camera really up on there. Too close. You can't see. But anyway, yeah, it's all curled up. Yeah, see how it looks squishy? That grip tape is all. It's because it was sunk down that low. But this is good. That will prevent that from happening until far in the future, until this whole thing gets stuck down there. So that's good. That's going to give me a lot more life out of this board, which is important in this day and age when lime is flushing them. I don't know. Just, it's a pokey wrench. Now for the nips. We'll do the easy side first. Let me play with that focus. And let me get some music over here. See, you see what that camera does? You see how it's like back to 4:3? All I did was open the settings for it. Bunch of trash. Just leave it open, I guess. You want a softer light. You want a more oh, get this out of here. Yeah. A little more mellow. That's a harsh light. You don't want a harsh light on the nipples. That's that mellow. There you go. Ooh, little candlelight, little candle-lit nipples. Is that good? Oh, the color correction automatically just dumb. You guys can't enjoy it the way I can. Can I turn that off? Nope. Oh, that's what it is. There you go. Ooh. There you go. Some candle-lit nipples for everybody. I delivered. I promised. I delivered. There it is. This might help too. Oh, it's way better. There we go. Yeah. Great. Cool. Let's see. Grabbing some new music here. This is good. This will be fun. Digging it. See how bad this is. To get sorted. Dude, Raspberry Pis All of them. Like, they'll put a new one out every year and they're like, it's 800 times faster than the previous model. And people forget that the previous model was slow as dirt. And it's like, oh, cool. So 800 times like 0.1. Great. Sign me up. That's super exciting. Get these out of here for now. Yeah, like I have a Pi 4. Like the top of the line Pi 4 that I was using to get the crane game on the internet. It's slow as hell. Just like default Raspbian on there. Like you said, like just doing apt on it is like a snooze fest. You'd think you were running like Gentoo, compiling everything. Yeah, it's all anyone does with their Raspberry Pis is they just update it once a year. You buy one and you go, I'm gonna do something with this, and then you don't do shit with it. Raspberry Pi is the Paris Hilton of computers. Everyone knows Raspberry Pi. Everyone thinks Raspberry Pi is awesome. Then you go, what do you do with Raspberry Pi? And then you go, oh, I don't know. What does Paris Hilton do? I don't know. I said it. You can quote me. Raspberry Pi is the Paris Hilton of computing devices. Tweet it. Tweet that shit. And then I'll quote tweet it, because that's a new thing to do. This is not a kid-friendly stream. What's our number for that tweet? What does that mean? Oh, I didn't even explain what the nipples are for. Or even, like, get this shot right. I totally forgot that I have a camera. How about that? Focus. Oh, you piece of crap. August, you feck! Or hashtag. Or Octothorpe. What's the Octothorpe indicator for this particular... How should I quote... How shall we quote the Octothorpe? Hang on. I'm trying to get some new music in here. That's enough for now. Make a little playlist. Get a little playlist. Get a little playlist. Guess what I watched the other day? Guess what I watched the other day? My manner of speaking is an indicator of what I watched the other day. An indicator. Daddy, would you like some sausage? Daddy, would you like some sausages? Freddy Got Fingered is an extremely underrated movie. Grimace is here. That pulled Grimace out of the out of the lurk hole. My bum is on the Swedish. I don't know where my music went. I don't know where the music went. Well, that was fun. I used to have music. Oh, there it is. Cool. I'll just do this for now. Ooh, that's a good one. This is good stuff. You're going to like this. Where's my obs? See if I can do this without ruining it. Bet I'm gonna ruin it. Freddy Got Fingered was an amazing, over-the-top mockery of all of the movies that were coming out for that demographic at the time. And that's why it was great, because it executed so perfectly on that. Oh, I don't know how to restart this now. I think I have to get rid of it. Yep. Oh no, there it goes. I think there it goes. Yes. Neat. It worked. It's just a lag bolt, so it should just fall through. But the problem is we can't get this truck off, because it's on a little pivot down there, you can see. We have to get this bolt out of it so the truck can slide out. Oh! I'm sure nobody is paying attention to that. Nobody was watching. This is all fine. That's what you're supposed to. I knew that. I knew that's how that came off. We're fine. Everything's fine. We're all fine here. How are you? Okay, so the problem we're dealing with here is these little nubbins, these nipples. They're kind of, I don't know if you could see that on the camera, but they're getting a little long in the tooth. They're too worn out, and they're starting to squish weird. They're getting too squishy. And so you can have two problems with your nipples. One, they can get too squishy over time, or they can get really hard over time. These have gotten too squishy. And either way, I didn't like them to begin with. It's not great. You don't want squishy for high speeds and going straight. Squish is great because I'll put this back on and show you how that operates. The squish is how you turn on a skateboard. So when you lean on the skateboard, it creates more pressure and thus more drag on one of the wheels, and it forces that wheel to, you're pushing down and out, so it forces that wheel to fall behind and squish down, and so that's what makes a or a skateboard turn, and also a motorcycle. And then you lean the other way, and it goes like that. And so these little nubbins are in there to make sure that, like, actually, clearly you don't want to actually do this. You die instantly. They add that resistance, and also they do shock absorption. They do I don't know what the technical term for this is, but like the rattle absorption. So like when you're going fast and on streets and stuff, and if there was no little nipple in there, these things would just be going like this all the time. And so they kind of prevent that. And so when you're going high speeds on crappy streets, and that's all I do here in Chicago, you need something a little more firm. You want a firmer nipple. There's a little nipple on there. Orangutan. And so orangutan. They make I don't know what was causing that. They make a lot of great skateboard parts just all the way around. I've got actually these are, you could tell from the same color, these are orangutan wheels on here. And I didn't buy the purple nipples to match the purple. They do color coded everything for the density of rubber that they're using, and it just coincidentally happened that I like the purple wheels and the purple nipples. So purple nips are my jam. And I don't know if you can use the washers. Yep. Okay. So They did. Are they in the inside of the box like old stuff used to be? Nope. Nothing. Nothing. What a bunch of shit. Linux Lover, what's up? Thanks for hanging. Appreciate the follow. See? Dad tells me never touch the mallet. I touched the mallet. Now we screwed this all up. Hang on. I'll yank it through with this and then redo it. No, I didn't mushroom it. I just when I was trying to get that bolt down, that lag bolt that's in there, through the other side so I could get the truck off, and I pushed it down too far. So now I got to pull it back through. And I think we're good. I'm going to get an extension on here. What is this? 14? it, and that's enough. I feel like that's going to rattle off from the streets I'm on, so I'm going to do another quarter turn. And that's, I've shown that to a few people, like how to do a quarter turn, because a lot of people just like, they would say to me, I don't know if that's a quarter turn or not. And I go, it's like a clock. Quarter turn, it's 15 minutes. You know, so like you start at noon, you go there, quarter turn. Half turn. Easy enough. Yeah, I don't like it. Because you're right. Yeah, like Barry's saying, that the nylon's not grabbing. It's not high enough, so you know what? I can always loosen it later. I can always loosen it and then do some Loctite. So get it right up to the nylon. And I'll show what we mean by the nylon when I do the other one. If folks ain't following. Yeah. Is that good? I think that's good. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Bottom nipple. I think I could lift it up and show you. But yeah, it's get some light in there. It's right in there. Definitely where it's supposed to be. Right in the slot. It's nice that they have a little slot in the truck for that. So so that side's done. We've got our squishy nips. Much better without being super stiff. Like I can still get that tilt with just one hand, one thumb. Barely moderate pressure. So I think this is good. I think this might be good. Yeah, we didn't have to take the battery off, which is cool. Let's do the other side, which might be more problematic because of the motors. What? Yep. Oh, man. Okay. This is going to be a time. So because of the way things operate here, we've got the one nipple here, we've got the other nipple down inside here, and because of all of this, we obviously can't tilt this truck off because everything is grabbing onto this truck, so we're going to have to remove these belts and the wheels and slide it off. So not difficult. More time consuming than the other side. It's also not hours of work. It's maybe another 10 more minutes of work than the other side. Hey, what's up, Rexwrath? Haven't heard from you in a while. Hope you're not dead. So, of course, every nut on this thing is a different size. But let's back the camera up a bit. And we'll get to work on pulling these out. So wheels, it's just one nut. Probably a 12 if I had to guess. It was a bad guess. There's no way it's a 13. It is a 13. That's weird. Nothing's a 13. Except skate nuts. I never know what the size of the nuts are because I just use that skate tool because they're all the same. Apparently, 13 millimeters. TIL. TCL. Today, chat learned. Skate nuts. 13 mil. Alright. I do have to loosen these belts regardless. Get this other side real quick. What's up, Darkest Dot? I guess I broke the board again. This is standard wear and tear. You got to remember, I got like 1,000 miles on this board, so skateboards aren't meant to go 1,000 miles. But it's really easy to go 1,000 miles when you don't have to put any effort into it. So there's the other one. We're gonna get these belts off now. Where's my Allen wrenches? How do y'all say Allen wrench? Type in chat how you pronounce Allen wrench. There's always these little washers here. And I lose them all the time because I forget they're in there. But hang on. There. Brandon Pfeiffer, what? I wasn't paying attention. Having a job coding is nice if you like coding. If you don't like coding, it's not nice. Pro tip, kids. To tell everyone what to do all the time, you're not managing them properly. Okay. So for those who have not seen skateboard stream before, bloop. Yes, I just clipped a light onto my light. What I'm doing here. Oh! this here, and it has 1,000 bolts on it. I think the easiest way is going to be to remove these and not those. These are lock nuts. These are at least just little bolts and washers. So that's what I'm going to do next. Wish this camera was longer. Focus. That movie is just the best it's gonna get. Yeah, whatever. Oh, be no way. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah. So I was taking my time job hunting, trying to find a job I wanted to do, and I really had a good idea of what I wanted to do. But my problem was that I wanted it to have a director title. And what I was finding was that a lot of the places that were looking for directors were actually also looking for the only information security employee. And they're like, yeah, you're going to be a director. You're going to help us build out our information security program. Currently, we have nobody. And I go, okay, so like, what kind of a team am I going to be able to hire in to start with? And they're like, well, we need to build a program out first. And we figure that'll take a couple of years. And then once we have that ready, then we could start hiring. And I'm like, okay, well, who's going to take care of the stuff I'm building out in the meantime? And they're like, well, that's going to be you until like we get everything ready, and then we'll start hiring. And so they wanted. Well, yeah, I'm talking. This is we're talking about large enterprises. We're talking about large businesses who were who had grown to enterprise size and needed dedicated infosec. Oh, yeah, that's good. Cool. That's what we want to happen. Good. So that side's done. That was fairly quick. Let's flip it around. Where's my little guy? Where's our little guy? Did I put him in here? Stuck to the bottom. That happens every time. Right. Doing this backwards and blind. Yeah, so the well, that's not the one I needed anyway. That's what happened. The deal was that they just wanted to hire in one person forever. And and it wasn't. It's to call it bad planning is to give them too much credit because there was no planning. They had no plans for this intentionally. It's a waste of money. It was money that could be spent elsewhere. Then they hit the point where they were, some form of regulatory requirements happen. Like they get big enough where they have to start reporting to PCI or ISO or whatever, and Sarbanes-Oxley, etc. Or they were supposed to all along and finally got busted for it, or had a breach. It's one of those situations. And then they want to hire me in, and really, they don't want me to build out shit. They want me to just do everything forever until I get sick of doing it, and then I'm going to quit, and they're going to hire another one person and trick them into doing the same thing, except I did all the work, and that one person they bring in now just has to manage everything, and they can pay that person even less. Like, it was very clear what was going on, at least to me. The problem is, that's not going to be clear to other people who just see that director title. I really like the places that were offering a director title and paying 25% less than I was making, like, as a researcher. Like, what? What? The ounce of prevention rule doesn't work very well in information security because you're perpetually trying to prove a negative. And outside of companies that have to report to the FTC and SEC, oh shit, there's no downside to a breach. And even when they report, there's not necessarily a downside because the FTC and SEC, if they're not filing criminal charges, they don't have to report to the public who had the breach. The FTC that can say, "Hey, we fined a company for a breach." They don't have to say what that company was. And you can see this time I'm just taking these all the way off. As we discovered, that's what I have to do. Yeah, and so even when the bad thing happens, they buy in for a couple years. And then they stop. Rex, the Y2K bug. I don't know how old you are, but there was an insane amount of work done for that. Nothing bad happened. First off, lots of bad things did happen. Secondly, the general, airplanes didn't fall out of the sky, because, I mean, they wouldn't, but nothing catastrophic happened because of the immense amount of work that everyone did. And that's the IT problem, It's the old, if you do everything right, everybody thinks you don't do anything. And that's what happened with Y2K. We did so much right that the world thought it was a hoax and a joke, because nothing bad happened. Instead of recognizing everyone who did so much work. But yeah, that's IT. Sorry for the weird view. I was trying to get the torque on those to actually loosen them. Probably be easier if I take this off first. Making a nice big mess here. Nah. It's all risk. It's all risk analysis. How does it affect the bottom line if we do have a breach? Oh, it doesn't. Okay. So why would we bother preventing a breach? Do people stop shopping at our stores because their credit card info got stolen? No. Okay, well, why? I don't understand why we should care. There's no downsides to, a breach like that anymore. No, the shaft doesn't spin. Is this the right? That's the one. So the way these work, LP, is here. That they're independent. See. And you'll get a better idea when I put it back together. But then from here, this is your drive shaft, your drive gear. Belt goes on there. Maybe I could show you better on this side. But yeah, belt goes on there. That. Ooh, there we go. The wheel has drive gears on them. Going like that. Or doing it half-assed, but yeah. So then you've got that. So then, see what I'm doing, but yep, driving like that. So the shaft doesn't do anything. Shaft is totally static. It does normally have a little sleeve bearing on it, but part of the problem is there's a huge thumbprint on here, and I don't have anything to wipe it off. Hang on a sec. I have something in here. It's almost like a screw that had fallen out at some point and was weird. Oh, wow. That's a squished nip. Old beat up washer. This is when I should have done the other side because it's real easy to access these now. Forethought, kids. It's what separates us from the apes, from the orangutans. Rex, I'm not up to my celebrity nip trivia. Not up on it. What were we doing? Oh yeah, putting our other nips on there. So, side down, nip, and then put on the thing. I should maybe clean that up too a little bit, I guess. Wow, there's almost no point to this. It's just gonna get dirty again. But hey, I don't even know what Foolus is. Sounds like TV. I'm missing my nip. I'm missing one last purple nip. There it is. I found it. Everything's fine. Everybody calm down. Alright, so we got this truck back on. We discovered we didn't have to take that off. Is this on the right way? Oh yeah, of course it is. Yeah, it goes that way. Ooh. We'll do this now while it's easy. Oh, that sounds kind of cool. Mario Lopez is a magician now? I was not aware of that. I do love a good Penn and Teller. Ugh, come on. We gotta do this again. I gotta get the mic out of here. Oh. I don't know a singer, Mario Lopez. I know an actor. Yeah, that guy. Yeah. He was like 30 and he played a high school kid on Saved by the Bell. That dude. Right, again. Just getting it right up to where it hits that nylon ring on the outside and locks it. No further. Some good squish. Ooh. You guys hear that? Get that mic down in there. I hope you got that. It's squishy. It's good and squishy. I like it. Them some squishy nips, kids. This is actually this is a piece of the grip tape that was under the screws from here when we took it off. It actually the head of the bolt had actually carved a piece of grip tape off. Thought it was a washer. I was like, oh no, where does that go? But it's Grip tape. Alright, so let's get these motors back in place. Probably should have done this before I put the nips on. We might be in a bad situation here. Pull this off. Yep, there we go. That one's fine at least. This one, no. Nope, all good. Everything's fine. Everybody calm down. Calm down. Quit it. Everybody's too calmed up in here. I need your jets at a moderate temperature. How's this going? Since I have these off, I'm going to lube these up anyway. One sec, let me go grab my skate lube. Right, sorry I had to put you in timeout like that, but y'all gotta settle down. Y'all horse around too much. My bones, speed cream. It's too bright. Better? It's not. Wow. It's my speed cream, trust me. You gotta trust me on that. Anyway. I did just lube these up the last time we were at it. It never hurts to clean and lube them again. These little sleeve bearings on here. Yeah. Good and lubey. Alright. What are we doing here? What are we putting on first? We gotta bolt these motors back in place first. All of these little things. Let me get this up on its side. There is no tensioner. And in fact, you'll see the really dumb thing I have to do to create tension. Upside is, because the belt's so small and the distance is so short, creating tension's rather easy. And you don't need a crap ton, it's just enough. Facts. Belt protector. One I didn't have to take off. There it is. Is it easier if I put this on? Oh, it's already on there, that's why. So all these things serve to do, which is this horseshoe shaped thing here. This thing scrapes against the road before the belt does. That's its only purpose. I'll show you that later once it's back together. Yeah, alright, so we'll put the wheel on. Ugh. The speed cream. Lube up the inside of this a little bit. Woo! Clean my washer. How do you guys say washer? Washer? Do you say washer? Does your state put the R? Do you say noise? Noise, look at that washer. Noise. Noise washer. Get that in there. And that's another lock nut. Oh crap, I forgot to put the belt on. Warsh. Put the clothes in the warsh. So then, belt there. The belt goes on these gears on the other side. Just like that. Get under the gears. Get that washer back in there. So then now, yeah, just see tightening the belt. Loose, tight, loose, tight, loose, tight, loose, tight. Let me know when you guys got it. Loose, tight, etc. So then, loose, tight. Got it? We good? Did you lose it? Okay. So then, cool. I'm going to leave that loose. Sort of loose for now. I'm going to tighten them all at once later. Because it's easier to tighten when this thing's flat. Actually, maybe not. Let's see. Hang on. We need to get loose tightener in crowd control. So what I do is I take this socket wrench. Yeah, anyway. Stick it in here. Oh, you can't see what I'm doing. Yeah. I'm going to do this the other way just so you can see what I'm doing because I think it's funny and super annoying. But for now, I put this lock nut on. Hand tighten for now. Okay. IO tightener. That's how you do it. Drop this down. Second verse, same as the first. Let's get our bits. good. I think I got that on there. Let's tighten it just enough to not get it crazy. So then, other side. Oof. Good. Sleeve bearing. Belt. Wheel. You know the drill. Washer. Done. Cool. So, flip it on its back. Tighten your watch. Important. Those nice purple nipples on there. All right. So, yeah, see, super loose, super wobbly. It's no good. Yeah. Yes, I would agree with that. Okay, so then I'm going to get these hand tight with the Allen wrench, and you're going to love this dumb crap. You're going to love it. Tighten these bolts. What did the slap chop guy say? You're going to love it. You're going to love my nuts. That's what he'd say. Give it a slap. I'm going to bit jam. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to jam a big ass lever in there. In fact, you know what I'm going to use. That's what this is. That's why it is. That's why it's this thick. It's because you're supposed to use it as a lever. You're supposed to. Don't tell Dad that I said that. Dad gets mad when he uses tools like this. But there. Hang on. There it is. So let me get it right in there. And then you lever it this way. And you don't gotta put a ton of tension on there. So it's not like a big ass lever, but you lever it that way. Tighten a couple down. Yeah, that's good. Barely moves. That's what you want. And then you just give these the old fashizzle, the old fashow. Is it tight? Fashow. That's the old Dad says not to do that, but I watch Dad do it all the time routine. Craftsman, they got a lifetime warranty. Well, they used to. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Happy. Got everything fine. I think everything's fine. Uh-huh. forgot what I was doing. I had a plan. Anyway, here's my chat. My chat's back. So, I think we got all those. Quadruple check, because getting back in here sucks. I didn't get that last one way in the bottom. We're getting it. This is boring as hell. We're almost done. Okay, last one. Here we go. Cool. So, that's good. Got no movement on that belt. That's great. That looks good. Now, we're going to go ahead and is that better? There, that. Okay, cool. So, now we got a big lever in there. Oh, yeah. Cock it way out. Tighten it down. Oh, I didn't tighten it up. Get out. There we go. Really moves. That's what you want. Crank the rest down. That's weird. Now. Putting these all the way in now. All right, that's good. All set. I got to put on these protective covers now. I'm sure there's a better way to show how I'm doing this. Snap in like that. And of course, those are just covering up the all that stuff. Keep those from getting damaged. Somewhat of a dust cover as well. Extends the life of the motor. Hang on. I was playing a solid round of what were those bolts for, and I have remembered. Everyone settle down. Settle down! Calm it up. Great. Perfect. Nailed it. So, tighten these back down once again. Almost done. Sure, there's the sleeve. Okay, cool. So the way that works is you can see all the scrapes on there. These, yeah, you can definitely see it there. These slightly higher than these. And these are aluminum. And so they'll hit the ground and they won't bend. They'll just scrape and I like how that purple looks too. That's pretty cool. There it is. Make sure the squish is what we want. Aesthetic squish. Oh, that's good stuff. All right. Put my old nips in this box. Nah, I mean, there's no reason to keep these. I keep these original boosted washers just because they're a weird shape, and I might find out later they were necessary, but it doesn't look like they are. All right, anyway, that's it. We did it. God. That was a long hell of a process that we were not expecting. That's how everything goes these days. Got those purple nips in there. Looking good. If I can get the light on it properly. Nah, nope, can't. Never mind. Yeah, there we go. That's pretty cool looking. Dumb, but I dig it. And these should feel a lot better on the road now. So, oh, get out of there. Trying to get some cleaned up here. Anyway, there you go. We done did it. Thanks, kids. This was a blast. I'm exhausted from just sitting here and doing that. Top notch. That is the toppest notch for shizzle. Let's see. Got a lot of people in here tonight. Let's raid somebody. Let's throw all you jerks at some other jerks. See who there is to jerk tonight. Who do we feel like jerking? Anyone else doing skateboarding right now? Why are people tagging things that aren't skateboarding as skateboarding? It's upsetting. This guy is named Adrian Likes to Skate, and he has tagged skateboarding, but his topic is I'm holding a big poop inside, and so I'm going to pass. I'll pass on that. Should I pass, chat? I think I'm going to pass. Let's see. See who else is doing some chill streams. Who's just chatting? I don't like any of this. He's got some suggestions. Wow. Twitch just chatting is terrible. I should change my stream topic somehow. I'm going to change it back to science and technology. This is a nightmare. Let's see who's doing science and technology. I can't believe how many people are doing how to build a PC. 400 freaking viewers this guy has, and he's just putting a PC together. Live earthquake map has 200 viewers. Ooh, here we go. Mr. Horologist is doing a watch repair. This has to be chill AF. That's what we're gonna do. This is a great idea. Check this guy out. Here's your raid call. We're here to watch your watch. It's a raid call. I'm gonna have you guys raid this dude. This looks super chill. This is gonna be fun. Alright. But thanks for hanging out. See you kids next time. This was a blast. Hope you learned something. Hope you laughed. One or the other is fine. See you kids Sunday for drone streams.